track down the names making news in sports from the press box to press row. It's Donal Ware from the press box to press row.
As we continue here on From the Press Box to Press Row, we're joined by a young woman, as a matter of fact, who was the third overall pick in last year's WNBA draft, a four-time All-American at Notre Dame. She is Skylar Diggins, and she joins us here on From the Press Box to Press Row. Skylar, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Absolutely. We are, too, and we appreciate the time. 30 points against San Antonio preseason game the other night. You look like you're in mid-season form. Talk about that game. You hit the couple of free throws with a little more than 2 seconds remaining to give your team the victory.
Yeah, it's a great start for us here in Tulsa, and it's exciting for us to get out 2-0 in the preseason. I know it's just preseason, but we're building our foundation now, and just been able to work a lot on my body and my shape, and a lot of things that I feel like I needed to work on in the off season. Was able to get that done, and it's showing now. And I have a great start in our head coach Fred Williams, who's just an amazing guy and knows the game and very experienced, and he's a winner. And then our developmental coach, Coach Bridget Pettis, she's been in the WNBA and she's played at this level. So just learning from them and being a sponge from them has already helped me in our short time together, and it's showing on the court.
Sure. Now, for you, what was the transition like from the collegiate game where you were a star at Notre Dame, I mentioned a four-time All-American, to being a rookie last year in the WNBA?
Yeah, it's definitely a learning curve. I think especially coming in at the point guard position, coming in as a rookie, trying to run a team and lead a team from the one spot, it's a learning curve. And, I'm still learning how to be a pro. And I think that last year, I struggled. I definitely struggled, and I wasn't happy. It's no secret. I wasn't happy with the product that, I put out on the court. And I worked a lot in the off season to get better. And, already watching film of last year's games and, just improving on things, like I said, I needed to work on. And coming back with a positive attitude and a fresh start, if you will, with a new coach and so many changes that we made around Tulsa.
No question. What are some of the things, Skylar, that you worked on in the offseason to better your game? I mean, you're talking about a couple of games so far this year. Again, the 30 points the other day against San Antonio, and you've had some productive games so far this preseason.
Yeah, just being aggressive, I think, was the main thing. Worked a lot in the off season on my body. I kind of was like ping-ponging last year. Had to get some muscle on these bones. In the off season, so did a lot with my strength and conditioning coach, and just finishing at the rim, improving my right hand, my handles, my outside jump shot, getting a quicker release on my jump shot. Just a few things that I was working on. So, and I'm still working every day to improve my craft.
Now, I got to take you back to last month and that rival UConn, and what a magnificent championship game. You have your alma mater, two teams going into the championship game undefeated. UConn wins the national championship. Just your thoughts. Even though Notre Dame didn't win, I mean, the Fighting Irish had an outstanding season this past year.
Absolutely. Definitely nothing to hang their heads about. I mean, they were amazing to come in and have the year that they had after I left. They needed a lot of players to step up, and they did that. I mean, Kayla McBride, I can't say enough about her. Definitely one of my favorite players, favorite teammates that I've ever played with. She's just amazing. She's an amazing scorer. And you have Natalie Achamwa, who, in my opinion, if she would have been able to play in that game, it would have been a different game. Just all-American, all everything. All Canadian, just an amazing player, and just a lot of role players that stepped up, a lot of freshmen. Lindsay Allen, her stepping into that point guard position right away and starting in the first game. I think that says a lot about her and the trust that Coach McGraw had in her. And, we have a great coaching staff, the best coach in the country, the coach of the year, Muffet McGraw, and her staff are, in my opinion, the best in the country. So you're always going to have a chance when you have them on your side and great players like we had.
Skylar Diggins joins us here on From the Press Box to Press Row. Skylar, your thoughts, Kevin Durant winning the MVP in his acceptance speech on Tuesday. Just want to get your thoughts on that.
I think it's well deserved. I mean, Kevin works very hard. It's not a secret how hard he works, and this guy is such a humble guy, and you can't really say any bad things about him, and you saw that him pouring himself out in his speech about his family and to his mom, and I definitely got choked up, and him being my fellow Rock Nation boy, then I was happy for him, and just to see him get that, the year that he's had is amazing, and it's definitely inspiring to watch as an athlete, not just a basketball player. Absolutely.
Now, you mentioned, of course, kind of working on your body in the off season, and we got to talk about the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit edition because I'm just saying, you look fabulous. And first of all, how did that come about?
Well, I have the most amazing group of people that I work with in my management at Rock Nation. They're amazing, and it starts with Jana Fleischman, who is the head of PR over there, and my manager directly. And, we got approached about being in the 50th 50th year issue of Sports Illustrated, and that such an amazing magazine. And, I was honored not only to be asked to be in it as an athlete, and I don't have a typical, model built. I'm an athletic built, so I was honored for that reason, and to be an African American and to represent the WNBA and what have you. I was excited at the opportunity for that, and definitely put a lot of time into work on my body. I was doing it anyway, to get ready for the season. So
sure.
Went down and shot that in Guana Island. It's like a private island off the coast of the British Virgin Islands. And I took my mom, and we turned into a girls' week. But, yeah, it was definitely amazing. And, working alongside so many great women and models who are established, I thought it was very tasteful.
No, it really was. What was because I'm assuming, and I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, maybe you've never done anything like this before. What was your comfort level while you were shooting?
Yeah, that was definitely my first time. I mean, you got to admit, it's a lot different than my basketball jersey.
Sure.
But, I think they did a great job. The photographers, Adam Frenzino, MJ Day, Darcy, and everyone over at Sports Illustrated, and all the photographers made sure I was very comfortable. And, they were very tasteful, like I said, with the poses and the positions. And, after a while, we just flowed. We just flowed with it. And, I thought we got some great shots, and I was very happy with how it came out. And, I had a great time.
Absolutely. Skylar Diggins joins us here on the program. So, Skylar, talk to me a little bit about you've just released some new headbands, and they look great from what I've seen. Talk a little bit about them.
I did. So it was the second set of headbands that came out. The signature tie headband that I'm known for came out with a few different colorways, and, people were able to pre-order them, and they're available now if you go to Nike.com. They're available now, and I tweet about them all the time. And if anyone out there has one, tweet me. I'll retweet you, and I always support my fans who support me, and I'm excited about them. Go get them, Nike.com.
No question. With the young women, the girls that really look up to you, I mean, you've got to be excited about that, right? As one of the young stars in the WNBA, one of the most recognizable faces in the world, really. That excites you for the young girls, the young women to look up to you, right?
Absolutely. I think it's a part of it, becoming a role model, and I definitely am one of those that embrace it. And, I think that kids and young people are my passion, not only to inspire them, but to motivate and encourage them to lead a healthy and fit lifestyle. I have a partnership with Gen Youth. I'm on the board of Gen Youth, and that helps me, really get my mission out on a bigger platform. Their goal is to get healthier foods and fitness into the schools. And, I'm all about that. So, yeah, I've done a lot with kids over the years, and I will continue to do that. And, everyone knows kids are my passion, and I think it shows.
And then lastly, just talk about being able to balance your life in the WNBA and all of the things, because like I said, you had a really busy off season, and a lot of times you have a lot of, players, and I don't know if you are doing this or will do it, that kind of go overseas and play, but you have so much that you're doing here. How are you able to balance it all?
Yeah, I think I have a strong circle. I think that's where it starts for me. Just people in my life who, when everyone else wants to tell you how good you are, how bad you are, I mean, it's people that are honest with me. My mom to start, my stepdad, my best friends, they keep me grounded. And, when you have people around you who care about you and have your best interests at heart, it's not hard to stay level-headed. And I have a ton of help, with that. So, like I said, I have a very strong circle, and that's the root of, everything.
Check her out on Twitter at SkyDig4. She is Skylar Diggins, and she joins us here on From the Press Box to Press Row. Skylar, great to catch up with you. Continued success in all you do.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.